All right. Welcome back to another Age of Mythology 1v1. We immediately start with Purple attacking his deer by accident. Probably meant to... Oh, no, he's doing it on purpose. Never mind. God, that makes me so angry. Stop killing your deer. You're wasting food. Don't kill your hunt early. What the fuck? What game is this? They think it's Age of Empires 3 or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so we have Pool here on the right side of the screen. Playing as, a new Japanese civ. What do we have here? Tsukuyomi? Tsukuyomi? Tsukuyomi. With a new moon power, making targeting ability to obtain all currently available technologies there for free and cause military units to train faster for a short duration. What? That's crazy. So you can pop that on like a military barracks or something, and get the upgrades immediately, and then start training the units faster. That's interesting. What do we have here? Oh, this is the Bushido, the new mechanic for the Japanese. So this god grants cavalry and shinobi damage and free upgrades. And the bonuses improve over time. You get experience based on like kills and stuff. Kind of like how favor works for the Norse, but it's instead XP that raises your Bushido. Let's see. If I remember correctly from the Japanese, if he wants to get any favor, he's going to need to put... Oh, there we go. So yeah, he put a shrine next to some forests, and this turned the forest into cherry blossoms. Pretty cool, right? So the more trees that are around a shrine, the faster it'll generate favor. And then putting this Miko hero on it allows her to earn favor too. Or no, she builds the shrines and earns a favor. I think it still gets favor. 3 per minute. Yeah, it's getting something from the shrine here. It'd be nice if it showed the amount of favor it gained right here. You know, like when a Greek villager is on a temple, it shows you how much they're generating per second. Or like here, when you have a food villager, you know, it shows you the resource gather rate, 1 per second. Food wood. It'd be nice if there was one for favor. But it looks like the Miko does the majority of the favor gathering. He uses it to build a temple. Oh, see, it does for the Miko. That's not very much favor. A very slow trickle here. Anyway, so that's purple. On the other side, we have a Loki player. This is Loki, right? Yeah. Playing as the Norse, over here in yellow, on the left side. Got 2 dwarves and a gatherer on gold. 1 on wood. Making sure to get his food. He hasn't even built his temple yet. Or has he? Somewhere, no. No temple yet, so we're not going to get an age up. Meanwhile, purple is already on his way up. Follow the Japanese player a little bit. Let's take a look at some of the relics here. Over by yellow, we have villagers are cheaper. That's a great relic to pick up early. Looks like purple's going for it. Does he already know about it? Wow, he does. He's got some great vision going on. Takes the villagers are cheaper relic. That's a great boon. The Kitsune seems to be a great scout. Does decent damage too. But going back to the relics, Kitsune picks up the easy relic, the cheaper relic. Cheaper villagers, really good relic. Temples are significantly cheaper, so just building a temple itself, quarter of the cost. That's insane. That'd be a really interesting like mass temple strategy. I don't know. You'd be increasing your production for myth units. You'd have to have a lot of favor generation for that. So maybe it doesn't do a whole lot, depending on your playstyle. Here we have heroes regain hit points while fighting enemy units. So 10% lifesteal for the heroes. That's really good. Really great for heroes. That could be great for the Hersers, for the Norse, whatever heroes the Japanese build. Looks like purple picks up a relic. He's gotten heroes do more damage to myth units. Ooh, that could go great with the bonus lifesteal. Another damage multiplier. for the hero
Nanda?
units. Purple's a relic man. He wants all the relics. That's another one.
指示ある
Does 11 times damage to myth units. Holy cow. Horse player manages to get up his temple and age up. Have some kitsune being used. I believe they give a bonus to, yeah, increases the speed of nearby units. Crazy. These Nagata riders and the kitsune are moving at 6.3. Insane. I can't even think of another unit that goes that fast. But he comes in and starts attacking a berserk. He's gonna lose that horse rider if he doesn't do anything about it. Okay, now it's fighting a spearman. Not doing good. This is a bad fight. Back out. He's already got a spearman out. A herdman does bonus damage to cavalry. Not gonna do anything with that cavalry. This is when you want to switch to anti-infantry, like spears or something, or arrows. As a Japanese, I don't know what that option is, but you want archers in this situation. If you're going to continue building cavalry, you got to have archers to protect them. You have your cavalry and archers together, right? And before your cavalry goes in, you kill their front line of spears with your archers. And then you have the cavalry flank and go around and attack from the back. You could just meathead it. You could just meatball it, like send all your units in at once and the cavalry will take the damage while your archers shoot the infantry, the spearmen particularly. But you need something. You can't just build cavalry. You need something to counter their spears, because he's going to be building them knowing that you're building cavalry. Medium soldiers. Man, his villagers are cheaper. That's going to be some good tech for him. Purple's devoted resources into a small military, so he's not going to have the resources to expand just yet. But he is moving across the map for these resources. That's a huge gear pile. Holy cow, that's like 2 in 1. What the hell? No, I guess they're all normally that big. A lot bigger than I remember. I thought there was only like 4 or 5 at a time. Have hunts been buffed? Purple thinking about doing something with his cavalry here. Yellow is moving in to protect. He sees it coming. Oh, this is bad. Bad for purple. Oh, you lose a unit. Losing 2 units. The third of your force right there. All dying easily to the spearman. He couldn't do anything with his attack, just sacrifice some units. Not good. Not a good trade. Purple now has heroes regain hit points when fighting enemy units. He grabbed all the relics. There were only 4 and he got them all. A relic man. I hope he wins. And he's purple. That's my color right there. Purple gonna switch off. What's he building right now? Friendly units can simultaneously, look at that. Friendly units can simultaneously have their speed increased by 2 Nine-Tail Kitsunes. Adds 1.0 to the speed boost stack limit. Insane. You can double up on Katsumes with an army to make them go even faster. He's got some archers out. Purple knew what to do. It took him a little bit, but... There you go. Good micro. Good micro. Okay, you don't want your archers taking damage. He doesn't know what to do because he doesn't have a front line. Here comes a god power. Swampland. Target a location to create a temporary swamp infested with Papa that will leap out of the water and drown enemy human soldiers. So they don't seem to be doing it just yet. Purple loses his entire army in that fight. That's not what you want to happen. But hard to do. You know, he had human soldiers against a myth unit, with the myth unit doing lots of damage. And he was up against a counter, or the herdmen were doing serious damage. He could have had his archers. His archers were attacking the Hersers, which is okay, but what you really want to do is target the herdmen specifically and take them all out, and then send your cavalry in. So Purple's gonna have to build back up his forces. We're going all in on his guardhouses. We're trying to do some damage with a myth unit in the back, but the Hersers see it and take this unit out rather quickly. She's slow as hell. 3.4 against 4.8. She's going to take a lot of damage and die, not doing anything. Unfortunate for Purple. Loses another unit, a major unit too, that could have been used to take out the herdmen instead. But he was trying to do something sneaky with a myth unit, you know. He probably didn't even take out a villager. Purple's making at least some interesting plays. Yellow's just kind of defending and countering, which is the ideal thing to do. That's the meta thing to do. This game is all about counters. All the Age of Empires games typically are. I mean, that's just military strategy, right? Like, you don't build into what your opponent can counter. Like Purple is doing. He's just building a bunch of Naginata riders. Now moving at what? 6.6 movement speed. I don't think it gets much faster than that. These Naganatas and Kitsunes are going to come in and do some damage. He finally sees an opportunity. Maybe he can do some damage this time. Come on, Purple. No! Yellow possibly saw that and still sees it. See Purple coming in now. But not fast enough. Purple's taking out lots of units. Taking out 2 villagers, 3 villagers. The 4th. The 5th, I think. He's just kind of running his units in. Uses cavalry to take out a guard tower. That means more villager snacks to eat up. Takes out the ox cart. You're gonna want to run your cavalry out of there. I'd call that a successful raid. I think he has one of his units rallied. Because he sent in a couple units right after the cavalry, which is weird. But there we go. I'd call that a successful raid. I don't think he lost many units. Maybe like 1, I think. And he took out several, like 5, 6 of his of Yellow's villagers, which is going to slow him down a little bit. 5 or 6 at this stage of the game. That's like 20% of his economy, right? Dark Moon comes out, or New Moon, allowing him to build all the resources out of the... It looks like he did it on the armory. Some free upgrades that are instant. These units are going to be that much more powerful. He's got Samurai, which are great anti-infantry units. This is what he should have been building the entire time. I mean, his cavalry did work, right? He did a successful raid. But now it's time to figure out... He's got an advantage. He must know he has an advantage now, right? An economic lead. So he wants to build a large military that can take out the heart, the town center. He's still going to come in and raid with his cavalry because he still has a lot of it. Purple, you gotta... You gotta micro your cavalry. You can't just send them behind the enemy base and then hope they do something. Purple running out now. Scaring yellow a little bit. He comes in with his front line here. He's got a shogun. His cavalry, he's still keeping yellow occupied in the front while he takes out his production. Oh, that's it. Yellow calls it. I mean, what could he really do? He was getting taken out at the front. This was all of his production. Yellow didn't expand at all. Like, I get it. If you don't want to take a second TC, you're trying to all in on your one TC because you're worried about your opponent. But he only had 2 production buildings. So this longhouse going down means half of Yellow's production is going to be gone. And can he take out the remaining units with his army? Possibly. Possibly. He had throwing axemen to take out the samurai, cursors and herdmen to tank, and some cave trolls to do some insane damage. Great backline. He could have kept going. The problem was he had to deal with Purple's cavalry and the front line, right? Like, he can't let this continue. So he's got to come back from behind his base up to the front and stop this. He can't just let Purple destroy all his buildings in the front. But that means he's vulnerable in the back, right? Because now these cavalry are going to have an opportunity to come in and take out the wood line. And you're going to need that wood because you're losing production, right? You could have sent them back, maybe started building production with them right here, right? Then they're protected by the town center. And even if Purple came in, he'd be taking damage, TC damage, and you could hide your villagers. And while your army goes from this back position back to the front. But it's hard, it's stressful, you know, when you're under attack like this. It's hard to think clearly on what to do next. And he just thought, well, he's been decimating my economy with cavalry in the back. So, and he's got this is nothing. Like this, these archers will go down so fast to anything that gets into melee range. And then these samurai would melt to the throwing axe. And he really had a stronger army here than what was up front here easily. Especially since Purple was devoted resources into cavalry, right? So I think he could have came back, but that's how these games go sometimes. Purple winning all the highlights. Yellow, of course, has the most deaths. Most relics. Those relics will help out. Purple had a huge economic lead thanks to the relics, too. Made his unit stronger. It was great. Let's take a look at the... So this describes the fighting, but... Purple just had a huge economic lead that whole game. I saw, like, he had like 30 villagers when Yellow had 20, and I was like, how the hell is he doing that? You know, do you just build... He doesn't have a second TC, so how's he building villagers so quickly, right? That's what got me confused. So he just had an economic lead the entire game. Yellow Kind of looks like he had moments where he didn't build a villager. Like he built a villager here and then he didn't build a villager for a while. See, these look like more consistent villager jumps right here for yellow. But there's times where he goes an entire while without. No, this was an age up, right? No, this is an age up. See, like purple didn't build a villager in this time because he was aging up. Yellow just didn't build a villager. Then he aged up here. Didn't build a villager. Didn't build villagers. Crazy. Purple was just able to beat him out. And then he started losing villagers here. He lost a couple. He lost like one villager here, right, with that first raid that purple did. And then purple came on and fucking slaughtered him. Brought him up from 27 down to 22. Killed 5 villagers. Crazy. Or 6 possibly because he yellow built one in that time. And yellow just didn't have the economy to keep up. These show the fights. We have a huge fight here where they both lost a lot of units. Yellow came out on top. This was when purple sacrificed his his cavalry. He had a few archers and a few cavalry, and he decided to front line with the cavalry. And did not work out for him. So he built back up. Yellow was building back up, but purple's economy it showed how much faster. Look how much faster purple can build up. Yellow only had 2 production buildings. He never really devoted much into a military. And purple kept soaring and didn't expand. Maybe if yellow expanded sometime in the mid game, like 8 to 10 minutes here, maybe he could have had a comeback or something late game, but he never did. So his economy suffered, and his military never was able to overtake purple. Anyways, that's how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe. You can leave a comment, provide feedback. That'd be great. But above all else, just remember that you are awesome, and have a good day. See you later.